Y'all, this pineapple is awesome. This is a Deep South Homestead grown pineapple, our first ever. We are in Mississippi. I didn't know if we could grow pineapples. When Danny and I met 4.5 years ago, he had these tops, not this one, but a top like this, in a thing of water sitting in the cabinet back here. And he had 4 or 5 in containers in dirt. And that was his first year to grow, or try to grow, a pineapple. All of them rooted. So this is 4.5 years later. We have our first pineapple, and look how golden. Isn't it beautiful? And you can smell it when you walk into the room. It's ready. So we're gonna let Danny cut it, and he's gonna show you how to plant this part so that you can grow your own pineapple. This pineapple was grown in our front yard. For 3 years, we had the plant in a container, and we would bring it in the wintertime, and we would take it to our porch in the summertime. And this past spring, I told Danny we were going to put some of them in the yard. So we did. We planted in some of the, not really the best dirt in the world either, and it wasn't real sunny, but we had one pineapple here, and we had a smaller pineapple. This one. This is the smaller pineapple. You can see it hasn't turned yet like this one. And the night of our gathering, it was supposed to get down to near freezing. So at midnight, when all our guests are getting ready to leave, Danny remembers the pineapple, and he goes and picks this one. And it was really, really green, and we should have left it maybe another couple of weeks, but it has turned beautifully. And I think picking it at midnight didn't hurt it. It didn't freeze that night, but we didn't want to take any chances either.
Okay guys, Wanda's asked me to do a tutorial on y'all on growing pineapple. The first thing you want to do is when you get your pineapple is make sure it's right. Get a good hold on top of it. Now be careful because these things are a little pointed. And literally, you want to just start working it back and forth like this. And when you do that, it comes out just like that. You'll have a snow cone shaped point on the end of it. Since I've been so successful rooting them with this procedure, I've had a 100% success rate with it. I'm going to show y'all the process in which I use. Okay guys, first thing you want to do is you want to start taking the bottom leaves off of this pineapple. You want to kind of start peeling them off. Just grab them. Don't worry about hurting the thing. Just start, literally go around it and start tearing them off. Okay, once you get it up like that, you got, and it doesn't hurt. If you want to go, I'll even go another batch of leaves up. It's not going to hurt. It doesn't matter. You got a little bit more exposure there, but that's not a problem. First thing I want to do is this little point on here. I like to take my knife and cut that part off like that. And what I'll do is I'll keep cutting thin shavings up like that. Now, you see these little dark spots right here? These are your future roots for this plant. So this is all you really have to do. You can see the little dark spots in there? Those are your future roots for this plant. Okay, one of the next things you want to do is take you a jar that's got a pretty wide mouth on it here and fill it to within about 1 inch from the top, and you want to stick your plant down in it to where just above the roots is in the water. Now you don't want the water all the way up on the leaves up here, because what will happen is it'll sour, and it looks like I've got just a touch too much water, so I'm going to pour a little bit of the water out. But you just want the roots in the water a little bit, and you want to check this daily, because it'll take it about a week or so, and you'll look and you'll see long roots start growing out of this. And when that happens and you get a good root ball started on it, then you can transfer it to a pot with some good potting soil in it, so it'll start actually growing. You can see that the green part of the plant is up out of the water, and only the roots are in the water, and that's the way we want it. So we're going to put it in the windowsill that way. where we'll keep an eye on it and can check it on a daily basis. Now, you don't want to keep changing this water. You want to leave the same water in there, just add to it. Okay guys, we're sitting here now. We've got our pineapple here. If you buy these from the store, I advise really washing them good, because pineapple is one of the plants that has more chemicals put on it than most other plants do. Even though it's on the outside, when you run your knife through it, you're carrying those chemicals into the pulp inside it. So what I like to do, this is a home raised one. This one's had absolutely no chemicals on it. So what I like to do to start with is I like to come right on the bottom here. And I like to cut me the bottom off of it, and then I'll flip it over. I'll do the same exact thing on the top. We'll cut the top over, and because pineapples naturally have some trash in them, I like to wipe the board off. I like to keep it clean. Then I have a flat surface to stand the end of the pineapple on. I know there is a core that you can use to shove down through the middle of it, but we don't use that. I like to just go right along the edge here, and I like to slice it down. And because it's home raised, I don't worry too much about it. Now this is great for the pigs. They love this. And the knife I have has a little bit of a serrated edge on it. It helps to cut through this a lot easier. Trying not to waste any of it. And home-raised pineapple, or even a pineapple like this from the store, tastes 100% different than pineapple out of cans. That pineapple out of cans to me is just nasty. Wanda would not even eat pineapple when she came here because the pineapple out of cans was just so nasty. She wouldn't have anything to do with it. But now, since I've got her eating fresh pineapple like this, she loves pineapple because it tastes so much different. And I might add that inside these little tiny holes in here that you see, these little specks, there is seeds in that you can actually grow pineapple from. It's just a very long process. Now that I have this cut, I'm going to set this over in the bowl. I'm going to wash this because there's probably a little bit of trash that's got on it, so I'll get back with you as soon as I get through washing it. Okay, we've got our cutting board washed now. We're going to come back, and what I'll usually do is take my knife and I go right through the center of the pineapple and the core and everything. And what I'll do is I'll stand it up. I'll go right through it again, through the center of the core. I'll lay that down through the center of the core. What I end up with is 4 equal pieces. Then I'll take the knife, run right along the edge. You can see where the core is at. It's a little bit of a different color. You'll have that as a part of the core. It's a very simple process, very easy to do. You can see the discoloration in the pineapple there. It tells you exactly where the core is at. I do all 4 pieces that way, because most of the way we eat pineapple is in chunks. Now if I was going to be cutting it up for rings to put on a barbecue grill or something like that, I would cut it somewhat different. Now what I'll do is I'm going to cut this in half again. What this gives me 1/8. Now that I have it like this is in actual bite-sized pieces now. We'll cut them in like 1/2 inch thick squares. Oh my gosh. That is so good.
It doesn't even taste anything like...
It don't taste like a store-bought one, does it?
No.
Oh my God.
If you live way deep south like we do, Lake Florida, even maybe Texas.
South Louisiana, South Texas.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Y'all got to try this.
You got to try this, guys. This, oh my gosh.
It's well worth the 4.5 years.
Yeah. We've waited a long time for this, and it is well worth it. Okay. Now what we do is we do freeze this. We cut it up in these pieces like this, and we'll put it in Ziploc bags, and we'll put it in the freezer and freeze it. That way we have pineapple throughout the winter season. And oh my gosh, we're going to be getting the other ones in the greenhouse. We're going to be letting this, wow.
While he's cutting, you guys, this is awesome. I put these even in, what was it, pineapple and persimmon. I made fruit leathers.
You made fruit leathers. You could use this in sausage.
Oh yeah, that's a new one we're going to do this year for me, because I want pineapple in my sausage.
Yeah, we found that video out at the meat butchers.
Yes, and this.
This is some awesome stuff, guy.
If you think it's good in the store.
The store does not hold a candle.
No, because it never gets this ripe. And this one, you saw how golden. I mean, it's just awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I highly recommend.
Oh.
Where'd mine go?
You threw it at me.
And it feels different.
It does. It feels different. It has a different texture on your hands. Your hands feel more sticky because there's a higher, my fingers are actually sticking together because there's a higher sugar content in it.
It's almost like a syrup.
It is. It's just like syrup.
Y'all, this probably won't make it to the freezer.
It's got to go to the freezer. We got to have this throughout the whole winter. Or either if we
One bite at a time.
If we make sausage or something like that, we got to make that pineapple sausage that they're talking about.
This is just too awesome. And we'll bring you updates. I'm going to show you some of the process of the pineapple throughout the year. I'll put a few clips at the end. Show you what it looked like growing outside. And this was our first pineapple here. Danny's had them rooted for. I've had them rooted for 4 years. 4.5 years. But this was our first pineapple. I'll show you the clips of what it looked like in growing. It's beautiful. That's one of the most beautiful fruits I've ever seen on the vine, bush. Yeah. I guess it's called a bush. And we're gonna grow more next year. And thank you guys from Crazy Days.
Thank y'all from Crazy Days.